On 12th of June 2023, which happens to be a Democracy Day, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu pulls punches with IBB in Democracy Day broadcast. Hello everyone, welcome to newsspottv. President Bola Tinubu on Monday in his Democracy Day broadcast to Nigerians pulled punches with retired General Ibrahim Babangida, disagreeing with the former military president on his stance on democracy in Nigeria. It's reported that IBB, as fondly called, had in his democracy message to Nigerians claimed democracy is declining because successive political leaders neglected the true essence and beauty of credible elections. However, in what appears to be an indirect response to the former military president, Tinubu said democracy is well and alive in our land. Babangida had voiced his concerns over the way democracy had been implemented and managed by political leaders in the country. He criticized their alleged disregard for the fundamental principles that underpin a thriving democratic system. Babangida said political thuggery, litigations, and voter apathy in subsequent elections are evidence that successive leaders have failed to exploit benefits of the annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election that was later adjudged the freest and fairest in the country. The gains of June 12, 1993 presidential election have not been exploited by political leaders in succeeding elections in Nigeria. It was adjudged the freest and fairest elections in Nigeria, yet politicians have blatantly ignored that beauty, the beauty of credible elections. There's thuggery in politics in Nigeria, too many litigations in Nigeria, too many issues that transparent elections ought to have addressed. June 12 should naturally encourage more voters to endorse democracy and election, but the turnout during our election is gradually declining. IBB added, right now there is voter apathy. That's the more reason why something must be done to ensure mass participation in elections. However, President Tinubu, who is widely regarded as a key contributor to growth of the country's democracy, offered a contrasting perspective during his speech broadcast live on Monday. President Tinubu declared that this year we held the seventh in the cycle of elections that have become sacred rituals of our democratic practice in this dispensation since 1999. That the polls 2023 elections were intensely contested is in itself positive evidence that democracy is well and alive in our land. It is only natural that even as those who won and experienced victory in the various elections are elated and fulfilled, those who lost are disenchanted and disappointed. But the beauty of democracy is that those who win today can lose tomorrow, and those who lose today will have an opportunity to compete and win in the next round of elections. The June 12, 1993 presidential elections ended in a controversial annulment that left the nation in turmoil. Despite the apparent democratic victory of Moshood Abiola and Babangida Kingibe of the Social Democratic Party SDP, the hopes of millions of Nigerians were shattered when the then military head of state, General Babangida, announced the annulment of the election results, citing electoral irregularities. The lingering June 12 crisis led to the resignation of Babangida in August 1993 and eventual declaration of June 12 as the country's Democratic Day celebrated annually. Let's take some comments. Someone says the name Babangida and democracy should not be included in the same sentence. In Senna claims it should have been something else, but in Nigeria anything goes. Another said, don't mind him. Is he not the one that truncated the best election of his time and put us in jeopardy? He is not qualified to discuss about democracy in Nigeria. Just leave him alone. Another person said, Baba, what did you say? Are you not the architect of the annulment of the election? Another said, he has the guts to say that the June 12, 1993 was the freest and first election today, when in actual fact it was the one who announced that election. The question now is, was he not knowing what he was doing when he announced that election? You should realize there's a person that was supposed to have served Nigerian political space. Another said, is there any moral justification to criticize anyone about election or leadership by him? Another said, you annulled the freest and fairest election, like you said, and you're still talking about this. Another person said, the problem we have had since 1999 is that most of the people who got into the corridors of power never fought for democracy. They were just opportunists. Take the case of the late Senator David Mark. He was anti-democrat who later became Senate president. Okay, so those and some other comments were the comments that trailed how the perception that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in his speech when he said to have pulled punches with IBB in his Democracy Day broadcast, as it regards democracy and how political apathy, litigations, and so many other vices that happened during elections, Togri and all of that. So, what's your opinion on this? We to say happy Democracy Day to Nigeria, because despite all, we are still moving, and hopefully we are moving and progressing. The first thing is that democracy is still being sustained, and we hope that every other thing will fall into place, as Nigeria is quite in a very critical condition now, socio-economically and otherwise. What's your opinion on this? Kindly drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To our new subscribers, thank you for joining, and to existing subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. We'll see you in the next news. Have a lovely day. May God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.